Hi everybody, it's Adam. I'm back here with another video, and today is going to be another market outlook and another trading review from today and also yesterday. Today was A+ setups. Yesterday was not a good trading day for me and my plan. I'll show you exactly why that happens and why not to get in the market. Obviously not financial advice, but let's get into it here. Looking here at the ES E-mini, basically we have this rejection above this high up within here. We have this volume imbalance if price does want to break higher, but I'm completely okay with price coming down and falling towards these equal lows that we see here on the weekly. All right, so I posted a chart noting these highs here that were actually on the June contract, but they were hit here on the main futures E-mini contract. So those were hit, and now we're working our way back down into this area towards these equal lows that are my target now. So we're seeing a clear distribution at the high, and we had a nice movement up within here, and now we are starting to trade down lower and getting confirmation. Maybe tomorrow we get another retest up into here to then fall, or tomorrow we just consolidate, then pull up a little bit, and that's just the pullback, and then next week we get a retest fully up within here, and then we completely fall back down. It really depends what it wants to do, but these lows are pretty enticing to me. There's a lot of money down there. If I was a bank, I'd kind of want that money, so I'll be looking at that area. But getting into the charts, I'll show you the trades that really did play out well today, and then at the end of this, I'll go over the trades from yesterday of why not to take anything over in here. Not financial advice, but that's just why I didn't do it, and I'll show you why. Hey guys, I am looking for the shorts right now. We just had a 15-minute closure down below these gaps. Now we're getting a retest of the gap. I'm going to add more to my position. Price should not come back up above, I'd say, this 15-minute inversion gap that we have right here. We should see price start to trade down and gravitate lower towards our take profit area that's down in this range. We have the constant encroachment of the opening range right here as well. So we should not come back up above that. My main entries are right here after the 2-minute candle closure, and now I'm looking for lower pricing. That's just what we should see here in price. I'm going to enter a trade on my live account as well. We should not see prices come back. It's a big one, okay? It's a big one. Live account trades are right here. I said I had to wait till this candle closure, and we started coming lower. I'm going to trail this down because it's happening very, very quick. I'm going to take 4 off right here. So buy 4, and then I'm going to take, so it's going to leave me left with 3. So then I'm going to take 2 more off right here. So it'd be 6 at this low, and then I'm going to let the last one go, okay? We are in on this short right now. Boom, boom, boom. Live accounts running. Quick tap out. Close out my live trade right here as well. Close that one. Close the live trade. Boom. Stop losses are at complete break even on my live and on the demo. We should not see it come back up on here. So that was a pretty fat win right there. Oops. Did I just switch over? I accidentally switched over to NASDAQ. Let's just see what we got here. Boom. Let's go. Okay, okay, okay. We got that. We got that. So now bigger picture. Bigger picture. Let's close this out. Let's see what we got. Bigger picture. Close out the execution so we can actually see the screen. We got bigger picture. We can take, dude, we could fall all the way down to these fucking lows. Holy shit. I know I'm going to have one left. I'm just going to let it run, and I'm going to base it on price action. That were occurring within this area. So I was looking at this chart, and we were talking about it this morning right here. This is the background on my phone just to get my eyes used to it, and then we were talking about it within here. Like, this is just a model that I'm looking at, so I'm looking for this model, and then the same exact model that we were talking about this morning started to play out, as you can tell right here. We break higher, we come down, and we start to distribute. So if you want to take a screenshot of this chart here, go for it. Feel free to take it in your notes, use it for your own personal studies, not for any type of financial advice or anything to do financially, but look at this area. This is one of my entry models. It's basically a continuation, but it's also a reversal model. So we pulled back down in. It was overall a reversal within here. So I'm going to pull down into this chart and show you exactly why I was looking at this area, because I thought it could go both ways. But after we saw this market structure shift here, I was looking for buys here in the 30-second, 15-second time frame. Then we broke up higher, retested this gap again for a continuation above here, and we were also targeting the SIBI that was up. No, it was not it. The SIBI that was right here. Here's the SIBI that was right there that we were targeting up within that area that I marked up this morning, up within here. So this is the SIBI on the 15-minute right there. We were looking at that area, and now I'm looking at this 15-minute order block. I'm managing my emotions. I know what to look for. So I told myself, if we close down within this gap some bearish candles, a 15-minute bearish, a 5-minute bearish, I will trust myself to look for a retest to take price short down lower into these areas that we were targeting. But if we close bullish and we start to have some bullish order flow, I'm going to be looking for buys up into that area. So as you can tell over here in the Discord, I have this 5-minute gap. I'll bring it over real quick. I have this 5-minute gap marked up right within here that's red from here to here. And then price never actually closed within that gap. So I'm going to go over here to the June contract that I was trading on. So let me pull that up right here. So this is the area. We have this gap within here, and then we have this gap within here. The bodies closed not in the gap, but on it with the 5-minute candle. And also we were respecting this 5-minute inversion gap that we have here. That's also another one of my models. So I'll bring over the inversion gap model. So we have this inversion gap model, boom, break up in, and now we're using that down inversion as a form of support to take towards buy side liquidity. So I'm looking up within that area within this inversion. So you can tell here's the down candle, boom. This is just what I'm looking at. These are inversion trades, just like the trades that were over here. I entered this trade. Some people were like, oh, you're chasing it. No, I'm waiting for the candle closure in my inversion, and my stop loss is going to be right above the inversion. I'll get into that in a little bit. Anyways, I'm looking at this trade within here, and I take buys within this area here to then take profits here at 5 handles, and then take more profits up within here, and then more profits. Most of it is off here within the SIBI that we're looking at for target. I was looking for price to go higher, and then I moved my stop loss. I trailed it along the way. Got hit out right here. This swing low should not have been broken if we we're going to keep going higher. Then I went higher, consolidated through lunch. Missed the trade here. I wasn't even on the charts. I was working on my other business. I'm not here to sit in front of the charts all day and just stress myself out. I wait for an opportunity and then I take advantage of it. Anyways, I had a break even on my first trade this morning. We broke up higher, and then we came in this area. In a 2-minute time frame, I entered after this bullish candle closure. And then right here at 9:45, I don't like to take anything before 9:45 because I like the opening range to start playing out. But this looked very good to me at the market open. After this 2-minute candle closure, I'm looking for this retest for a price continuation. We got up into that area, almost 5 handles, not quite from my entry. But so I didn't get any partials on that, just break even, and then I came back down and I waited. If it closed lower, I would have looked for a short, but if it showed signs of bullishness, I'm going to look for a long. So that's what I did, look for a long, take profits along the way. And you can also look at my Twitter and note that I've taken these trades and all that, as you can tell. Then here are the buys this morning, and then we have the sells from the PM session, from right here to right here. So that's what we looked at right there. And now I'm looking at this area. So we had S&P at the high, so we had the lower high made here. I'll bring this over real quick. We had the lower high made right here, and we had, the higher high made here and the lower high made here on NASDAQ. So that was basically an indication that we could move lower. Now I'm looking for more confirmation. So after we get that, I'm looking for lower confirmation. I wanted to see the whole time. I'm waiting for this 15-minute gap to get closed into. We wicked it, so that wasn't high confirmation for me. The 30-minute wasn't closing in time for me. But you have another 15-minute inversion right here where we close within here. So the candle that actually closed this inversion in the 30-minute right here, and also this gap here, right here, is this candle here. So after this candle closed, I was looking for main shorts, but I entered demo positions after the 2-minute closure up within here. I'll show in a minute. But the 5-minute closure, because we care about the live trades where I actually execute on. Whereas right here, this is where I was entering right here. After the 5-minute, the 15-minute, the 30-minute, they closed right here in this 15-minute inversion, and I'm expecting price to continue bearish on the way down. And I don't expect it to see it come back up above this inversion. So stop losses up within here. So these are the trades on the paper trading from the break even today, and then the buys and the partials, and then we had the shorts that were up in here. So I'm going to go to 2 minute and show you the first entries, why I thought this was a good trade. S&P at the highs broke lower. 5 minute candle closures were closing bearish. We came down, we closed bearish within the 15 minute gap on the 2 minute. So it wasn't that great, but the 2 minute had an inversion gap that was very, very strong. So I'm going to pull this up right here. So this inversion gap right here was very, very strong. So after this 2 minute closed right here, it came up, it was above it, came back in, it closed, this new one opened. That's where I entered the trades. Okay, you can tell it started to leave the station. I didn't get the best entries on it, but I was looking within this area. After that closed and started trading down, as you can tell here in the 15 second, we were not chasing this trade. Boom, boom, boom. Came back down for the retest. Boom. This next trade, this is where I entered on my live. So you'll see we broke down below, very bearish closers. This is why people like get afraid. This is why I used to get afraid and FOMO when I missed out on trades. So like if you want to wait for confirmation, you might be like, oh, I just gotta get in because I missed so many trades. Learn the inversions. Honestly, not a financial advisor, but learn the inversions. Like you wait for your confirmation, your closes, and then you can get your retest. We should not see price come back up above the inversion. I trust it. I've seen it so many times. Recording them in my notebook, so I have more to even look at going forward. But the inversion right here, and then you're taking partials down within here and down within here. And you can tell, even here, the consequent encroachment of the opening range. So we should not come up above the opening range and the inversion and the bearish areas that we're seeing here. We have clear relative equal lows down here, and we should be expecting that. So my last position actually just got hit out basically in stop profit from this trade. I moved my stop loss above here. But that's it, because it's towards the end of the day. We were starting to move. A nice little move here. See on 30 second if there's any 15 second any retest of the breaker. A little retest in this gap in the breaker right towards the closing price to come take out stops that were trailed from today. So I mean, there's a little one that just happened, but I wouldn't want to take that after how good trades were today anyway. That's why you gotta become obsessed with observing. Anyways, partials down here. Most of it off right there. Like that's where like 90% of my trade was off. Came down, took more off, and then more off down here. And then there we go. That was it for the day. All right, let's go over to yesterday. I didn't take any trades on my live yesterday, so let's go over it here. So why not? It was kind of chop in the morning. I did not see anything I really liked. I didn't know if price was going to come higher and then continue lower towards these relative equal lows, but I was bullish partially because of the rejection block we hit here. We also had SMT at the lows with the other indices. So I was looking for price action to give me something clean. So going here to the 5 minute time frame, I'm watching price action. I saw price start to leave here after, well, within our time frame of like 950 to 1120. That's where I'm looking. 950 to 1120 is my highest probability setups. That's when the banks are doing the most manipulation. That's where they look to run on liquidity. All right, and then there's macro times within those time frames as well, from the 950 to 1010, and then we got 1050 to 1110, and then that's usually when they form. But anyways. See this break up higher. I didn't know if this was going to go higher or go lower. It just looks chopped to me. It's not something I really want to be in. And throughout the whole day, I walked away. I walk away around like 11:30 anyway. 11:30, there was something that formed like sort of in here that you could have taken. Not financial advice, but like there's something that's in there. But even then, it's like lower time frames looks like dog shit, honestly. So we start to break up higher here. Have a retest here. That could have been something to take up, but that's honestly not high probability to me with these equal lows. I don't really like that. There's this gap here. Taking that, I don't like all that chop either. I'd rather just wait out a break up and retest of this breaker that's here. That's also something that's possible, but I'm not here to tell you like this is like crazy probability. I was looking at this breaker from here to here. Draw that out. Volume imbalance. Trades up higher. You can get your 5 handles on that run there, coming up above these equal highs. I mean, if that's something you really want to do, if you're really confident in something like that, that is, personally for me, I don't like the chop, so I didn't want to be in it. And I'm very strict looking for A+ setups on my accounts. So we're looking here, and that broke higher, retested volume imbalance, took off higher. So we have, that's at 10:30. We continue out throughout the day. Boom, boom, boom. We came down for a retest. We created more relative equal highs, and we have the midnight open. So if we're looking for power 3, we're looking for a low, create the day wick, and then back up higher. So that's what we saw there. And we came down, retested, came back up, and then came up within there. So we had the market structure shift here. We go down to the 1 minute. Come down to the 1 minute. You can look here, market structure shift, and then retest it in here. This is possibly an opportunity after market structure shift, after a retest. We are entering the 1150 to 1210 macro. I personally don't like to trade that as much. I stepped away at this point because I was just like, didn't like the price action. I told myself I wasn't going to take anything. But anyways, price played out within there. This is just pure example of like why not to take anything in my opinion. Let's go, where to go? Back up over here. So now we have all this shop within this area. We had SMT at these highs here with NASDAQ, as you can tell. Let's go over to NASDAQ. Let's go over to yesterday. You can see that we have SMT with these highs. Oh, no, it was with YM. That's what it was. It was with YM. So we have the lower high made here, but the higher high made here. And we have sell side targets throughout the day. So that was indication that price wanted to move down, possibly. We see this break of market structure, this 5 minute candle closer. You can go to like a 9 minute and try to see what you can find here in price. Close down a little bit lower, and then we basically start to rip down. 2 minute time frame up in here for a retest within this area. Draw that out, targeting down to these lows. Personally, I don't like to take trades like this. It's still too much shop for me. This is just something I'd rather observe than want to risk money at. So like people that really like to trade and like profitably, I'd say, in my opinion, the best traders take less trades and focus more on quality. So it's usually quality over quantity. I mean, it's overused, that term, but it's really like knowing your A+ setup, knowing your models, and knowing what you're going to look for, and being completely okay with missing out on trades. Whereas this entire day, I took none. And I was happier. Because, like, what if I lost a trade? I'd be a little bit more upset that I didn't follow my rules. So I followed my rules by sticking to an A+ setup, looking for my ideal setup. It's not going to happen every day. I got to realize that. Today, it just happened to be two really good setups, you know? Two really good setups. A buy and then also the sell, in my opinion, based on the plan that I follow. But I'm going to wrap this up here. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Take it easy. Love y'all.